Hello Explorers, it's me, Kirby! Welcome to the Xploration Theater and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are ready to get out of your seats and have some fun with me because not only are we reading a book, we're going to get physical because we're reading the story Yoga Fun A through Z, which is written by Joy Rush and illustrated by Hannah Sprague. Now, as we're reading this story, I want you to think of this connection question. Which of the poses is your favorite? Each pose represents a letter from the alphabet, so not only will we practice our ABCs, but we'll be able to practice some fun yoga poses to go along with them. So I want to know, keep in mind, we are going A through Z. At the end of this story, I would love to know which of the poses is your favorite. Let's get started. A is for alligator. Let's get started with a super fun pose. I lay flat on my belly with my head on my hands like an alligator hiding quietly. Then chomp, chomp, chomp. I open my arms and clap on each side. What fun! B is for balloon breath. I sit on my bottom with both of my hands on my belly. I take a deep breath through my nose. I feel my belly just like air in the balloon and count 4, 3, 2, 1. I blow out my air slowly, imagining my balloon floating down to my hands. C for cat. Just like a cat, I get on all fours. My knees are shoulder width apart and my hands are under my shoulders as I roll my back up towards the sky. I breathe in through my nose as I tuck my head towards my heart. As I breathe out, a soft meow, I purr. I did cat pose. Now, this might be one of my favorites because I love cats. D for downward dog. I start on my hands and knees like cat pose, with toes curled under. I straighten my legs and lift my hips up towards the sky. With my head relaxed between my arms, I can see the world from upside down. Oh, what yoga fun! E for elephant, with big elephant stomps, breathing in as I lift my feet and out. Stomp, stomp, stomp. I stretch my arms above my head and make my trunk holding my hands together. Now bending forward from my waist, I sway my trunk slowly from side to side, going up and down, breathing big elephant breaths in through my nose and blowing out as I make my elephant trumpet sound. Is that an elephant? I'm gonna look that up. I think that sounded like an elephant. F for flower. I love seeing flowers grow in spring. Today a flower is what I will be. I sit down, bend my knees, put the bottoms of my feet together. I sit tall as I slide my hands under my ankles with my palms facing the sun. Now I lift my legs and balance on my bottom. I wiggle my hands and feet just like petals growing and flowing. G for giraffe. Giraffes are so cool and tall. With my legs shoulder width apart, I stand tall, pushing one leg out like a lunge and the other slightly back. I stretch one hand above my head towards the sky, imagining my long giraffe neck while the other hand drops behind my knee. I breathe in. I breathe out. I am surrounded by beautiful safari trees. Big yogis may know this pose as reverse warrior. H for happy baby. Happy baby pose is so much fun. I lie on my back and bring my knees towards my chest. I wiggle my feet a bit, point my toes towards the sun and grab the outside of my feet. I breathe in and out as I roll back and forth. Happy baby! I for inhale. Did you know there are different ways to inhale? You can breathe in through your nose or your mouth, slow or quick, short or long. Let's try a few. I take a quick breath in through my nose. Release. Now try a long, deep breath. Let's try a long, deep breath. I breathe in through my nose, count to 4, and blow it out slowly through my mouth, making a sound like the wind. There is a bunny breath too, and so much more. Let's try one more. Take 3 quick bunny breaths in and 3 quick breaths out. Can you wiggle your nose like a bunny? Hey, that's my mouth. I can't do it. That's fun. J for jellyfish. Can you squiggle and wiggle like a jellyfish? I stand up tall with my hands above my head as I breathe in. As I breathe out, I drop my hands down, swaying side to side like a squiggly, wiggly jellyfish. K for kite. Let's be a kite, flying in the wind. I balance on one foot like the kite string. I put my hands above my head as I breathe in, swaying to the left, and breathe out, swaying to the right. L for lion. Lion is the king of the jungle. I get on my knees, open my mouth wide, stick out my tongue, and roar. That was fun. How loud was your roar? M for mountain. Let's be tall like a mountain. I stand with my legs together and arms to my side. You can stretch your arms above your head to make the tallest peak. Who is the tallest mountain? You or me? N for Namaste. Namaste is my favorite greeting of all. Whether we sit or stand, I place my hands together before we part ways. What does it mean to me, you ask? The peace in me sees the peace and kindness in you too. O for octopus. Let's use our imagination as we dive deep into the ocean blue. I lay gently on my back, float my arms and legs all the way up. As I float about, I sway my arms and legs from side to side, a little wiggle just like a squiggly swimming octopus. P for plane. I stand tall with my head held high, then stretch my arms out on each side. As I get ready for takeoff, I lift one leg up and lean forward. Up, and away we go, flying high in the sky, swaying from left to right. Shh. Q for quiet time. Quiet time is a super special time of day. It's time to relax from my head to my feet. I sit on my yoga mat or even my bed to find my calm. I breathe in through my nose and count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then breathe out slowly like the wind. 1, 2, 3, 4. On days when I have butterflies in my tummy or feel silly in my brain, quiet time helps me be calm and happy. R for rainbow. I raise my hands above my head and press my hands together, slowly bending to one side of my rainbow and then the other. Rainbows are filled with magic, and you are too. S for star. Stars twinkle high in the night sky. I'm going to be a star tonight. I stretch my arms and legs out wide. I sparkle even brighter by wiggling my fingers and even my toes as I breathe in and breathe out. Have you ever seen a star so bright? T for table. It's picnic time and I'll be the table. I sit with my legs stretched out, then bend my knees and put my feet flat on the floor. My hands are on the floor too, right behind me. I push my belly up and flat as a tabletop. I am strong. Can you balance an apple on your belly? I don't know about that. I can try though, I can try. U for unicorn. Standing with my feet together, sliding one leg over the other. I cross my arms to make my unicorn horn. And nay, I dash off, leaving trails of magic behind me. E for volcano. Standing tall like the tallest volcano with my feet together and my hands at my side. I stand still, quietly breathing in through my nose and slowly out. I listen for a rumble of the lava below, then all of a sudden erupt. I jump my legs out on each side with my hands above my head. I am a volcano. W for warrior. As a warrior, I am strong. I stand with my feet apart and my arms stretched out wide. My hands are face down towards the earth. I point one foot to the side with a bent knee and I breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am the greatest warrior because I'm me. X for letter X. Let's have some fun with the alphabet. I stand with my feet together and my hands by my sides. Now here comes the big surprise. Let's jump out with our hands in the air and our feet apart. Can you see what I am? I'm the letter X. Y for you. Now it's your turn to pick a pose, whether it's a mountain, a rainbow, or even a star. It's yours to choose. Remember, everything you do on one side, be sure to do on the other. Don't forget to breathe. I think this would be a good time to choose your favorite pose. All right, we've made it from the letter A all the way through the letter Y. So tell me, what's the next letter? I'll give you 3 seconds. Yes, the letter Z. The letter Z is next for zero. So much yoga fun from A to Z. Now we're at the end. There's 0 to go. So 0 is what I will be. I sit down with my legs crossed, stretch my hands all the way up and round to make a great big 0. The end. Well, technically, there's one more pose in this book, but I'm really hoping that you can grab your own copy of Yoga Fun A through Z and find out what that pose is on your own. I don't want to spoil the surprise for you. And speaking of more fun with Yoga Fun A through Z, if you check the description box below, you will find the author's website because surprise! She actually has a yoga studio and she does virtual lessons and birthday parties and all kinds of fun. And you can get your copy of the book on there. So be sure to check that description box below. Now, from the poses we have tried, it's time for your connection question. Which letter was your favorite pose? So I have a tie. I love the K for kite because K for Kirby, kind of my favorite letter. But I also like Happy Baby. Happy Baby is such a fun pose. It's so silly to do, that I think those two are tied for me. So be sure to let me know what your favorite pose is. You can find me over on Facebook or Instagram at Xploration Theater, and I would love to know which of the poses were your favorite. Be sure to watch the video back to keep practicing your yoga poses. It's so much fun to do, and I know I'm no one's yogi, but as you keep practicing, you become better and stronger, so be sure to keep practicing. And speaking of which, you can also find me over on Facebook or Instagram to let me know, would you like to see a video of just the yoga poses, and we can keep practicing together. So until next time, friends, I hope you had some fun with me. You might have laughed at me doing some of the poses. That's all right. But until next time, keep exploring.
Namaste.
Bye, guys.